Welcome back. You're still tuned into Power Breakfast, and this is our Power Prep segment. Our research team is joining in to tell you what the trade setup is looking like, the stocks that will be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. Hey guys, a very good morning to all of you. Hormaz, let me come across to you. What is the market setup looking like today?
The market is looking for a lot of comfort as of now, considering the kind of week that we had in the last week, and Nifty as well. Now it just managed to hold on to the 22,000 mark. It was the worst week since October of 2023 for the Nifty last week. And if you look at the lows that the Nifty has made, the 21,900 level becomes the key level to watch for the Nifty in today's trading session. Over the last 3 days, the Nifty has fallen towards that 21,900 mark, but has managed to defend that level. So that remains the key, because the technical analysts that we spoke to said that if that level is taken down, then the downsides towards 21,500 open up on the index. For the Nifty Bank as well, in all the mid-cap, small-cap mayhem, the Nifty Bank was pushed to the side a little last week, but even that is slowly grinding lower. It's down for the 6th straight day on Friday as well. We'll keep an eye out on the Nifty Bank as well. It's slightly oversold the setup as well, so we keep an eye out on that. It's recovering from the day's low, but is slowly grinding lower. Now, the broader markets as well, those are the ones that will continue to remain in focus. Both the mid-cap and small-cap index had their worst week since December of 2022. The mid-cap index was down almost 5%, the small-cap index 5.5%, but the PSU index as well, 9% lower last week, the worst week since COVID of March 2020. But the PSU stocks will remain in focus, multiple stocks, railways, defense, all of them will remain in focus because of multiple order wins. So we'll keep an eye out on PSUs as well. But the global central banks will take spotlight this week, and those are the cues that the market will be looking forward to. Tomorrow we'll have the Bank of Japan. On Wednesday, US time, we'll have the Federal Reserve coming out with its interest rate decision. So that will be the key one to watch out for. And on Thursday, we'll have the Bank of England and the Federal Reserve as well. There has been a lot of flip-flop over when will the rates be cut. Jerome Powell, in his testimony to the Congress, had also mentioned that they are getting close to the confidence that they need to start cutting rates, but the higher than expected inflation print has soured sentiment on Wall Street, and as a result, the GIFT Nifty is also indicating a gap down start for our own markets. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Hormaz, for that. But a long list of stocks. So Vamakshi will join us to tell us which stock she's watching out for. Hey, Vamakshi.
Well, good morning, Sonal. Let me first start off with RIL and ONGC. Both of these counters will be in focus after windfall tax on crude petroleum has been hiked to 4,900 rupees per ton from 4,600 earlier. However, windfall tax on diesel, petrol and ATF remains at nil. So on the back of that, keep an eye out on RIL and ONGC. Coforge also on our radar. The board has approved raising funds of almost 3,200 crores via QIP. LIC, the government has approved 17% hike in wages of LIC employees. HAL has received an order worth almost 2,890 crores from Defence Ministry for midlife upgrade of nearly 25 Dornier aircraft of Indian Navy. IRCON has received an LOA for construction project worth almost 630 crores. RVNL has received an LOA for project worth almost 340 crores. This is from the Maharashtra Metro Rail Corporation, while RailTel has bagged 2 orders, one worth almost 130 crores in Bihar, while the other one is worth 352 crores from BMC for supply, operations and maintenance of their health department. KSB also on our radar. They have received LOA under PM Kusum 3 scheme of nearly 63 crores for 2,500 solar water pumping systems from Maharashtra Energy Development Agency. Watch out for Lupin as well. The US FDA has issued Form 483 with one observation for its Aurangabad facility, and in fact the company says that it is quite confident of addressing the concern raised by the US FDA and will be resolving it at the earliest. Dr. Lal Patlab has appointed Shankha Banerjee as the CEO and KMP with effect from May 21st, 2024, while Salasal Tech has been declared as a successful bidder in the acquisition of EMC Limited. They have received the letter of intent from the liquidator as well. JSW Energy, the arm, has received LOA for an additional 500 megawatts of wind capacity from SECI. And lastly, let's also focus in on Torrent Power, and that is because the company has received an LOA for setting up nearly 300 megawatt wind solar hybrid projects.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Vamakshi. Let's talk about the F&O space as well. Mangalam is joining us now. Hey, Mangalam.
Good morning. So, over the last few trading sessions, the Nifty has been grinding lower, but the important part is that it is managing in a range. What is that range? It's between 50-day moving average on the lower end. If you look at, Friday's low, 21,932. Corresponds with the 50-day moving average, absolutely, with 21,910. But on the way up, it's the 20-day moving average, which is proving to be a bit of a resistance. So if you just take a look at the day's high on Friday, 22,121. We did see a dramatic recovery from the 50-day moving average, but there was an equally dramatic resistance at the 20-day moving average at 22,117. Importantly, even the Nifty Bank is following that very pattern. The 50-day moving average on the Nifty Bank, 46,520. The day's low was 46,310 on Friday. On the way up, 47,000, which is the 20-day moving average for the Nifty Bank, will continue to be a bit of resistance. So with the indices and their ranges out of way, let's talk about the broader markets. That's where a lot of pain is. In fact, we did see a fair amount of weakness, and even as the indices are in a range, the FIs are consistently selling in index futures. Over the last week itself, from 43% longs, the positioning has come down to 38%, and net short contracts have increased from 30,000 to 57,000, very close to series high of close to 64,000 itself. So that's something we have to monitor. Why is that? Because like I said, broader markets are showing a lot of pain. On Friday as well, we did see a fair amount of stocks advancing and a lot of stocks declining. There was some volatility too. In terms of stocks which we'll be watching out for, a lot of short positions added on PSUs, oil marketing companies, HPCL, and then you have BEL, some of these power financiers, PFC, REC, both of them lower as well. And then we had a couple of stocks which entered the F&O ban, the likes of Biocon and Hindustan Copper. So those are a bunch of stocks that we'll be watching out for. Short point, the frontline indices in a range, the broader markets continue to be under pressure.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us and prepping us up for this trading day ahead.